Hey everyone, this is Stefanos with ST Model Cars. This time I would like to review this 1/18 scale of the Tesla Model Y. This is the official Tesla release that you can order from the Tesla website, or you can get it from the Tesla store. As of today, January 10th, 2024, this item is shown as out of stock in the Tesla website. Price point, this was $195 plus tax, free shipping in the USA. One of the reasons I bought this car is because number one, I'm a fan of Tesla, right? I have a Model 3 that I drive as a daily driver. But I really like the Model Y. I think honestly it's a more practical car and a better car than my Model 3. And I particularly like this color combination. On the Model Y, right? This metallic red and the white interior. As far as the car itself, like if you look at the German license plate, I put that on, right? Just as a nod to the, the Tesla Berlin assembly location, just to be different, right? Because it came with the US plate that says Tesla Model Y, but I decided to put, this the German plate, just to be different. The car itself, if you have ever buy any model cars from Tesla, it felt pretty premium. It's pretty heavy, right? And the paint job is applied pretty good. The only complaint I have is that there's some paint built up here, like on the edge of the door. You can kind of see it in the camera. Well, like the edge of the door is slightly darker color than the rest. This is kind of like that candy apple red, right? So they have to put, I think they have to put the silver, and then the color, and then the clear coat, and in that process, I think some of the paint does get a little bit built up here around the edges, but it's not that obvious, and it really doesn't detract for the overall quality of the car. This is a full opening model, so I'm gonna start with the front. So here's the front, right? It's not carpeted, just like the real thing, right? So that's the front, and then all the doors open, right? This is a fully open diecast. So here's the front. Here's the rear. So it's a white interior, fully carpeted. But just keep this in mind that this style of interior is the older pre-facelift Model Y, right? It doesn't have that white part, extended to the door panel like in the newer Model Y, right? So just keep that in mind, when you buy this, right? Again, the rear seats replicated really well, seat belt, door handles and everything. And what's interesting too is that they decided to also tint the window just like the real thing. So if you look at this from the side, the rear glass is slightly darker than the front, although I don't think the tint is dark enough to replicate the real car. Like if you look at the real car, the tint on the back is more like a 20% tint. It's like a really dark, deep tint, right? And this is just a slight tint, like in the real cars, like almost like a 50%. So yeah. And then it has the full glass panoramic roof, just like the real thing. But the one thing that I noticed is that they really in the model car they really make this into one piece, so there's no separation here between the front glass and the glass roof, right? There's supposed to be like some kind of separation here, but I don't see it in this model car. The trunk, the rear trunk, this is the 5-seat version. It's fully carpeted, and it's again, it shows pretty well. Let me open the door on this side, on the driver's side, so you can kind of see. Here's the interior from the driver's side. So the rear door is kind of hard to open with without any aid here, so just use that suction cup. So there you go. Here's the rear door, right? So and then by the way, this car is completely D-badged, right? You don't see any badge that says dual motor or anything like that. But just based on the wheels, I think this is the D-badged Model Y performance. So I don't know why Tesla choose not to put the dual motor badge back there. Yeah. hang on, let me open this. Okay, so I'm gonna have all this open now, and then I'll put this in the turntable so you can kind of get a better look of the car. Here you go. Like I said in my previous video, I also have a FLICKR account where I'm taking, when I store some pictures of this model cars in the diorama setting, like a garage diorama. So if you want to take a look at that, you can find the link in the description. Yeah, so I'd really appreciate it if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or requests of any model car that you might want to see reviewed, feel free to put it in the comment. And now I'm just gonna close this. You can kind of see how it looks with everything closed. Let it do, one rotation here. Oh, one more thing is that, this car, the panel gaps are actually really good. I had like a Model S Tesla that I bought before, where the gaps were all over the place. I mean, I know a lot of people joke that's just like the real car, right? So I have to exchange that. But with this Model Y, the panel gaps, on the model is actually very good, right? It has a great shelf presence. It looks quite presentable, and almost like a must-have if you're a Tesla fan. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.